Hello, everyone. This is Chris G, and I wanted to talk about the topic of people being fake. I know a lot of that stuff is going on nowadays in this day and age. Man, just a lot of people just out there just being fake and being disingenuous and stuff. And I'm going to say, off the rip, like that type of stuff. That stuff like seriously annoys me, man. I don't like to be around disingenuous people, fake people. I don't like people, smiling in my face and acting like we're cool. Then next thing you know, they didn't like, stab me in the back, like figuratively speaking, like that, they didn't stab me in the back on some stuff. You know what I mean? I remember not too long ago, man. There's this person that I know of, and we were at a location. I'm kind of try to be kind of anonymous with it, but we were somewhere, and like this dude, from how I read the situation, like this dude basically was talking about me and like basically just threw me under the bus, with like a particular situation, and I'm watching this like real time, and I guess he didn't hear me, or he didn't see me like over in the area, and I heard him say stuff, and then he looked over at me and said like blah 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 blah. Man, that's messed up, man. Like he was like sympathizing about my situation for whatever he was talking about, and whatever the subject matter was, like he sympathized with me, and it was just like, man, I just saw you say some shit that just literally just throw me underneath the bus, you know. And some people, if they knew the exact parameters of what was being discussed and stuff, some people probably would say that wasn't being thrown on the bus. But I believe to a degree it was, And then another thing that's like, I guess like an offshoot of that fake stuff is like, people knowing information that can help you, but then they don't want to give you everything you need to know. Like, and I think one of my other videos, I had spoke about this type of, subject matter, where I had asked, somebody had said something, and then I was like, okay, well, who did such and such, who did what, and then they just like smiled and didn't say anything, like that type of stuff. That really irks me, man. I hate that stuff, man. It's like information or something that can help me solve something or get to the bottom of something, then you just gonna like half tell me some shit, and you're not gonna completely tell me everything I need to know. That I don't like that. I don't like that, and that stuck out in my mind with the person that I'm thinking about. That this is referring to. I don't really see that person the same anymore. And then you meet somebody, you think you really got a good solid connection with them stuff. Then you talk about things in life and so then next thing you got like stuff that you talked about that you thought you could trust somebody with. They run around telling people all your damn business and stuff. And I know people say like, like for example at work they say don't tell all your business and stuff like that. Whether at work or maybe at the gym or something like that. Like public places. But sometimes people go through things, and they meet people, and then sometimes they feel comfortable to speak about certain things to them because they feel that they're at like a comfort level because they believe that like they're actually talking to somebody that they consider to be a friend, while like after that, then next thing you know, they going around, telling all this stuff about you, man. So, that's something that's really big nowadays. That's also another big reason why I just, where a lot of times I just kind of just stay to myself. I might maybe do some social things here and there, like there might be like a music event I might want to go to, or like the movies and stuff like that. But I don't do like a whole lot of stuff with like a big massive amount of people, like hitting up the nightclub spots, like every weekend and stuff. I might maybe occasionally probably decide to go do it, but it just, I don't go to a lot of stuff, a lot of public places where like a lot of people, because, just, you got a lot of people just being fake, doing fake stuff, man. People acting like they're cool with you. Then next thing you know, they could be trying to set you up for something, man. Or, you meet somebody, then you think y'all real cool. Then next thing you know, like they done did something dirty to you, man. So, it's just really sad how things are nowadays, man. Because I remember back in the day, like when I was growing up, people, if they really were like your friend, they, nine times out of 10, they were, they like meant that. Now you might have had some people, that might have been, I guess you could say trying to use you for stuff like, you like you were a kid, you had like a certain type of toy or like video game or something, and like the kid kind of wanted to, I guess, like you like be cool with you, like buddy buddy type of stuff, because they like the particular toy you had that they wanted to be able to play with, or video game or something like that. Yeah, some kids are like that, but then you had like kids that genuinely really were like really like they really were your friend, and it didn't matter if you had money or if your parents were rich or something like that. Like they just genuinely liked you for who you are, what I'm saying, and y'all rocked with each other, what I'm saying. And a lot of people, what I'm saying, if they said they were your friend, they genuinely meant that stuff, and if they said that they had your back, they like genuinely meant that. But nowadays you'll have people want to give you the fist bump dap and, hey man, what's up, man, oh, and then they got, then people got the nerve to call you fam, and then turn around and stab you in the back, man. It's just real sad how things are, man. I will hope that in the future a lot more people could be more like genuine, and you would see a lot like less fake stuff. But I don't know. It probably won't change, but I mean, it would be nice if it did. Hopefully, it will though. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I don't really like the fake stuff or other bad things you know, um, that can happen as a result of people being fake. So yeah, this is Chris G, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.